Hello beautiful souls, happy new moon in Cancer. My name is Heather, I'm the founder of Tap Into Your Magic, and today is a very special video for the new moon in Cancer 2023. In this video, I'll be going through all the different houses and how it's affecting you personally. So all you need for this video is to know your sun sign, which is your star sign, and your rising sign or ascendant. So if you know those two, you can just skip to the timestamps to listen to those two to understand how this new moon is affecting you, what you should focus on, what is going to be beneficial for you as well. And it's time for your specific house. Let's go. Hello my Aries, Sun and Rising, good to have you here. So this new moon is falling in your fourth house of home, foundations, family. So this new moon is a great time to focus on all those things, like what does home mean to you? And also could be a great time to reconnect back to your family. Now this doesn't have to be blood family, this could be the people in your life that you call your family, your very close friends, to reconnect back to them. Because maybe you haven't been connecting with the people that you love. You've been too busy focused on other things. And this is a perfect new moon to gather with the people that you love. But it's also a great time to make some new connections, a new family. So something that you could do in this new moon is host an event for the people that you love. Or it could be that you attend somebody's, I don't know, event or circle. For example, I really love to go to new moon rituals, to meet new people and to build those connections. And also, it's a great time to think about your home and your sanctuary, to look around the space that you're in and ask yourself, am I happy with where I am? Does it need a bit of a redecoration? What could I do differently? Or maybe you know that there's something in your house that just needs a little repaint. This is a great time to do a little bit of DIY work and just make your home feel like this beautiful calming space that whenever you finish, a busy day at work, you come home and you feel at peace. So those are some things that you can be focusing on for the new moon. Hello my Taurus, Sun and Rising. This new moon is affecting your third house of communication. So this new moon is the best time to think about your social media habits, right? Are you spending way too much time online or consuming content? This is a good time to maybe take a little bit of a social media detox or reframe how you're using social media, especially since we've had threads just come out as well. Maybe you've been like all over the place and feeling really distracted in your mind. I found that, this last 2 months I have just been off social media and it's really been good for my peace of mind, so that might be something that you might consider doing. Also a good time, Taurus, to think about socializing as well, because the third house is ruled by Gemini, and we know Geminis love to communicate. So this is a great new moon to really think about the things that you love, that you enjoy, and to get out there and socialize with those kind of people. Perhaps you've been a little bit in hermit mode, or you just feel like your friends aren't really aligned with you anymore. So this is a great new moon that's encouraging you to get out of your shell, to get out into the world and meet some new people who are more aligned with you too. And also, if you would like a little top tip or something I love to do if, the new moon's falling in my third house, is to look at your emails and your apps and all these things to do with technology and just do a big declutter. Perhaps you've got thousands of messages in your inbox on your phone that need deleting. This is a good new moon to clear it away so that you've got a fresh slate. And that is it for you, my Taurus friends. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed new moon. Hello my beautiful Gemini, Sun and Risings. This new moon in Cancer is going to be affecting the second house. I'm also a Gemini, so I'm with you on this. The second house is the Taurus house, so it's to do with money and finances and wealth and our material items, but also to do with beauty as well and love. So these are some big themes really for us. So this is a great new moon to think about money mindset and our finances. Are we where we want to be with our finances? Are we saving too much that we're restricting ourselves, or are we spending too much that there's nothing left over? I know right now, as I'm recording this in the world, there's been a lot of change financially, inflation, etc. You know the drill. And so this is a good time to think about how else that you could, build wealth or create more abundance in your life, or perhaps start to put the wheels in motion to set up maybe a little side hustle or a business that's going to help you on something that you really love and that you can share with the world and get paid for, to create a little stream of income. And also with it being the second house of sort of love and beauty and relationships, this can be a really good new moon to think about first self-love. How are you taking care of yourself? This is a great, new moon to do a bubble bath, a ritual for yourself to take care of you in whatever way that feels good for you. And also with it being about love as well, it can be a good time if you are currently single to maybe think about dating. This is a good second house. It's a good time to perhaps date if you're open to it, or if you are already in a lovely relationship, this could be a time to, I don't know, add a little bit of sprinkle of magic, go on a date, make it fresh and fun. So those are my messages for you, Gemini. Hello, my Cancer suns and rising. This new moon, of course, is falling in your first house. The first house is to do with yourself, your identity, who you are. So this might feel like a new moon where you're like, I don't know who I am, what I want, what's going on. You might be feeling a little bit confused about that. So this is a great new moon to spend some time with yourself. Maybe, meditate, or just, go out for a walk, or somewhere where you're not listening to anybody else but yourself. Because sometimes when we get the first house new moon, it's that kind of moment where we have to put all the focus back on ourselves. Perhaps you've been thinking about everything else but you. So this new moon is a great thing to focus on for your intention for this next moon cycle, is to focus on who you are, your values, what inspires you, what do you love to do, and start to create more of that in your life. If you know that you love painting but you haven't been doing that in years because of whatever reason, this can be a good time to reconnect back to that, or try something new, or just really begin to understand yourself. So this is a great new moon where you might have a little bit of an identity crisis, but it's all going to be okay, because we always need time for ourselves because life gets so busy and confusing. So this is a good time to slow down, listen to yourself, journal on your thoughts, and get to know yourself a little bit better. And that is my message for you, my beautiful Cancers. Hello, Leo, Sun and Rising. Hope you're doing well. This new moon is going to be affecting your 12th house, which is the house of the subconscious and also secrets as well. So when it falls in the 12th house, this can be a new moon where things can feel a little bit foggy. We feel like there's something hidden away from us and we're not sure. Maybe we feel quite confused about things. So one thing that you can really focus on is meditation or journaling. Something where you can, during this new moon, just let everything out on paper, do a bit of shadow work. And if you don't know what that means, it's just not denying things. So I know sometimes when we get into this law of attraction community, we start to think things like, oh, I'm thinking bad thoughts, so I'll just push them away. But those thoughts are still there. Those fears are still there. So it's a good time to acknowledge the things that you're hiding, doing EFT, for example, because that's a good way to clear the subconscious blocks and things like that. And also with secrets as well, it could be that there's something you need to share with someone but you haven't, or that secret might be revealed to you that might change things. So just be open to the messages that you're receiving and be honest with people around you as well. But because it falls in 12th house, which is, the Pisces, I always think, music and creativity in the arts can really help you during this new moon to reconnect back to you and what's going on. I always find that when I love to write songs, for example, and I find that things get pulled out that were hidden away from me. So maybe you have something that you do that helps you clear your mind and get all that gunk out. So this is a great new moon to do so and do that watery Cancer cleanse. Hello, Virgo, Sun and Rising. This new moon is going to be affecting your 11th house of friendships. So this is the perfect new moon to think about the community, your friends, the social group that you are in. Are you happy? And if you're not, why not change it? So it could be a time during this new moon where you might be feeling really disconnected from your friend group. You're feeling like you're not vibing with them anymore. So this is a great time to actually set the intention to create new friendships and go out there and meet people who are more like you. It's, super simple to do, depending on where you live. But, go on Eventbrite or a Facebook group and find people that really connect with you. Because when you don't have supportive or friends who are not into what you're into, it can almost feel like you're more alone. You're alone even when you're with these people. But if you do have an amazing social group, this is a perfect time to appreciate them, send them that love, maybe send them a little WhatsApp message and say thank you, and just bask in that gratitude, because it's so hard to have a really amazing supportive group of friends. You could do something to organize and socialize with them, go out for a meal and celebrate your friendships as well. And also, yeah, think about the community as well. How are you, with what you're doing, affecting the community? Is there anything that you know you would love to share? Poetry, your songs, your artwork, your voice, your talents, sharing that with the community, your inventions, your creations. I'm hearing that people want to see that. So that could be something you could think about during this new moon. Hello Libra Sun and Rising. This new moon is going to be affecting your 10th house, which is the one to do with legacy and career. It's the Capricorn one. So you might be feeling under this new moon, there's a lot of pressure on yourself of there's this, big shoes that you want to fill. So this new moon is the perfect time to really, journal or just get clear on what is the legacy you want to leave behind. What is it that you want to, make a difference in the world through the work that you do? And really thinking about that and taking action towards that. So perhaps you know that you really want to be a performer, or you want to be a writer, or you want to create something, but you're holding yourself back. New moons are a time for setting intentions to take action on. So what is it that you haven't been doing or sharing with the world? Where are the fears that you've been holding on so tightly that have been stopping you from stepping into your full power? And it's that perfect time to release those fears. You could do a little ritual. You write down all the fears, all the things you're afraid of, and burn them and let them go, because this new moon really wants you to think about your long-lasting future, not just short-term validation, but what is it that you want to leave behind? What is the difference that you can make? But also, with it being in the 10th house, it's also about, not giving up. Keep going, determination. If you find that things have been against you recently, this is a sign to not give up and to keep going, because consistency and dedication, it always pays off. But sometimes you just have to have a little bit of patience, and yeah, it will happen. And that is my message for you, Libra. Hello, Scorpio, Sun and Rising. This new moon is affecting your 9th house, which is the house to do with higher learning and spirituality and travel. It's the Sagittarius house. So when you have the new moon falling in the 9th house, this is a good time to think about what it is that you want to learn, because maybe right now you are feeling a little bit stagnant and stuck where you are, but there's some knowledge that you want to acquire. This is a good new moon to sign up to a new course, or to read a specific book, or start to educate yourself and open your mind up to new things. But also, with it being about spirituality, this new moon is encouraging you to come back to a spiritual practice that feels good to you. Perhaps you used to do meditation and journaling and EFT, but you've kind of fallen off the wagon because life always gets so busy. So this is a good time to cultivate a new routine for yourself to do with spirituality, or to attend an event to do with the sort of spiritual practices that you like to do. And also with long distance travel, I mean, not all of us have the money to hop on a plane right now, but this could be a good moon for example, if you can afford to take a little trip somewhere new, definitely do. But also, I always think just going to the museum, it's almost like you're traveling, or going to a new restaurant and trying a new food. You're traveling to that place. So this is a good time to open and expand your mind, your thoughts, your beliefs, because that is going to help you with this next evolution that you're going through, Scorpio, because I know you're always going through brand new transformations all the time. So that is my moon message for you. Hello, my Sagittarius Sun and Risings. This new moon is affecting your 8th house, I'm afraid to say. No, it's not that bad. 8th house is a Scorpio house. It's about transformation and letting things go, making space for something new. So there is an identity, a belief, something that you need to let go of that is holding you back from your next evolution. And it's going to be really uncomfortable, but you have to go through that process of getting uncomfortable to transform and grow. So this is a time where you really need to be kind to yourself, put some good spiritual practices in your routine to take care of yourself, because you'll have to let go of a lot during this new moon. So it's good to write down all the things that you don't want to you don't want to carry with you into this next moon cycle, and let it go. And some of it might be really painful to remember, or to come up against those things that you write down or think about. So it's time to let them go, shed your skin, so that you can transform into something new. And it's also a great new moon to actually initiate that process for yourself, to start to take action towards where it is that you want to go. Who is it that you would love to become or grow into? And what are you doing currently to move yourself towards that? If you know that you want more confidence, what are you doing now to build confidence? Could it be that you want to start a new class, something you've never tried before, to become a beginner? Or maybe that you want to improve your health, for example. Then, you know, when you first start a fitness regime, it's really uncomfortable at first, but it's a process. And so this is a new moon that's really encouraging you to just kind of, I know, I'm just seeing like take off the mask, rip off your old skin, and you know, you'll be moisturizing your new skin and just feeling that sort of new energy. You know, it's kind of like that tension of I'm just ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. It's going to happen, and it's going to be a transformation and a blessing. It's going to be like the butterfly. You'll be flying away. So that is my message for you, Sagittarius. Hello Capricorn, Sun and Rising. This new moon is affecting your 7th house, which is to do with one-to-one partnerships. So during this new moon, it is good to take stock of all the people in your life, whether they are, you know, relationships or business relationships, and going through the whole list and being like, is it a yay or is it a nay? Because I'm a Capricorn rising, so I completely relate, you know, and if you're a Sun as well, you know, legacy and purpose and, you know, being the best person you can be, and that competitive energy spirit is always inside of us, right? But when it comes to our partnerships, are those people supporting our big dreams or are they not? So it's a good time to think about all the people that you currently have in your life. Are they serving you? Are they not? And also thinking about yourself, you know, are you putting the energy and time into the people that matter? So this is a good time for you to reach out to people or to create new moon, new partnerships, new relationships. You know, personally for me, on the time of recording, I'm looking for a new agent, someone who's going to take my career to the next step. So that's personally my new moon intention for this season, to find a new agent or new jobs or new opportunities that are really going to help my acting, presenting career, because that's what I'm passionate about. So this is a good time to think about the first side, the relationships, your partner, your friends, and think about, you know, yay, nay, how can you, you know, help them grow or let them go? And then on the flip side, because we love to think about career, think about, are the people helping you move forward, or who can help you? And see if you can use this new moon to find them and cultivate that relationship. So that is my new moon message for you, Capricorn. Hello Aquarius, Sun and Risings. This is going to be a new moon that will be affecting your 6th house, which is about habits and routines. So it's a great new moon to think about new habits, new routines, and letting go of ones that no longer serve you. So I just want you to think about your day-to-day life. What do you do? Because we think habits are just like these small things that don't really affect us, but over time they do. So for example, if you know that as soon as you finish work, you know, Netflix is on and you eat a whole bowl of ice cream, you know, I've been there. But is that going to benefit you if you did that every single night? How is that habit going to help you grow and help you expand? It's probably not, and it probably doesn't feel good doing that. So this is a good time to think specifically. I always think about morning and evening routines, because usually the day is taken up by work or our responsibilities. So think about the morning. When you wake up, what do you do? What's the first thing you do? And maybe it's a great time to start thinking about a new routine. Like personally, I wake up, I like to do 10 minutes of yoga and a 10-minute meditation, and then I have to get ready for my day. But I only have 20 minutes in the morning, and that's what I like to squeeze in. So even if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but I find if I don't do that, it does affect the day, because, you know, that for me is my precious special time in the morning to myself. And then in the evening, 1 hour before bed, I don't go online, I just read a book, and that's, you know, really helps me wind down for the day. So you might want to think about your routines and habits as well. So what is it that you can do that's going to change it up? And like I said, here on my channel, I have got tapping videos, yoga videos, I've got some meditations if you need any resources to help you get started. But like I said, what is it that you need to let go of? Write a list if you've got a journal. Write a list of habits and routines that aren't working out for you, that are boring, they feel stagnant, they're not good, and perhaps some new routines that feel a bit more exciting, a bit more nourishing for yourself. And that is my moon message for you. Hello! Last but not least, Pisces Sun and Rising. This new moon is going to be affecting your 5th house, which is the house to do with play, inner child, healing, and fun. Now, my lovely Pisces, have you been having fun recently, or has life been feeling too serious? This is a new moon as an invitation for you to start to have some fun, to bring the light and the fire and the magic back into your life, because the 5th house is Leo energy, right? And so it's sort of like a party all day long. So this new moon is a good time to think about fun and recreation, your hobbies. What are you doing to feel good, to have fun, and start to invite more of that back into your life? And it doesn't have to cost lots of money. For example, if you want to dance, there are plenty of videos on YouTube, or if that feels good, or it's time to think about what sparks joy, what brings you joy, and to do more of that. Because there's nothing worse than taking life too seriously and it becomes just so boring and depressing and you get stuck in that. So it's time to like tap into that inner child, you know, connect to all the things that you love to do when you were like 7 or 8 years old. That is your clue that lets you know what is that you can invite more of it into your life, whether it's drawing or writing or singing or whatever it is. This is going to be a really nurturing new moon for you, Pisces, and use this opportunity to set your intention for this moon cycle ahead to just spark some more joy and to feel lighter, because maybe you've been feeling really down or just feeling not yourself. So invite that child back into your life to have some fun and to play. I mean, I've got a dance meditation here on YouTube, which is, you know, pretty much inner child healing, because you're dancing. If you want to find that out on my channel, it's just 10 minutes long and you can just put it on and dance, and honestly you'll feel a lot better after that. So that is my little new moon message for you, Pisces, and I hope it helps. All right, thank you so much everybody for joining me for this new moon in Cancer 2023, your house personal messages. I'd love to know which ones resonated for you, anything that came to mind, you're like, oh, that's a great idea, and what you're going to, what your new moon intention is going to be for the month ahead.